Okay. This is Margaret Ann Rule with the Ohio State Grange Legislative Director. We are looking at the Ohio Buckeye Patrons Pulse podcast number 7.
Right, and I'm Sue Roy, President of the Ohio State Grange and Deputy of 3 counties, Franklin County, Pickaway County, and Delaware County.
And if you didn't guess it, we're going to talk about deputies. Can you tell me what a county deputy is in the Grange?
Well, county deputy now has sometimes more than one county, like myself, and they help your smaller granges, we call them subordinate granges, if they have problems or to help just anything that they need help with. They are technically, in the bylaws, say the deputies are the eyes and ears of the master or president. And that way they can help kind of diffuse things if they need to, or any questions that the Grangers have, the deputies can answer.
And how do you become a county deputy?
County deputies are appointed by the president. They have a 1-year term from January 1st to December 31st. They can be removed, in between that time, or new ones appointed. If somebody passes away, then we try to put another person in that place. So, and they're all appointed.
Okay. And so we just finished our conference, deputy conference, on May 14th, 2022. Let's do some talking about what happened there. First of all, we met at the Flying Horse Farm. What is the Flying Horse Farm?
The Flying Horse Farm is in Mount Gilead, Ohio, and it is a camp for disabled children. It was started in a group of camps by Paul Newman, and y'all have seen his dressing and spaghetti sauce and all that, and all that money that is made from that goes right into all these camps. They don't keep anything for profit. They're a non-profit, a true non-profit. They don't keep any of the money. So, and it's a wonderful place. Kids can go there and feel like regular kids. They have swimming and they have doctors there. They have everything. And we at the Ohio State Grange have been supporting them for quite a while. And we think they're a worthwhile project.
And this is a medical facility. So if somebody has a medical reason that they can't go to a camp, this one they can go to, correct?
They can.
Good. What's coming up for the Ohio State Grange? What?
Well, there's going to be an archive workday at the Ohio State Grange office on July 16th from 9 to 3. We'll have a potluck lunch. We haven't had a archive workday for quite a while, and we do have a lot of Grange memorabilia that needs cataloged, so we will be doing that.
Well, good. So everybody can come?
Yeah.
Not just deputies?
Not just deputies.
And even non-Grangers, if you're listening out there and want to go through some stuff, can come.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. Then we've got the Ohio State Fair.
Yeah, we're actually going to have a booth this year. If you want to work at the fair, you would call Joanne Ingram or myself. The fair dates are July 27th to August 7th. If you decide you want to do that, you do get a free parking pass, and you do get a ticket to get into the fair.
Yoo-hoo!
Yeah, free is good.
But you do have to work when you get there.
You do.
Okay, and then we have the Farm Science Review.
Yeah, the Farm Science Review is over in London, Ohio, and we've been going there for over 30 years. And if you would like to work there, call me here at the state office. You also get a free parking and free pass to get in for that as well. That is September 20th through the 22nd.
Okay, well, we hope that doesn't get here too soon, because I kind of like the summer. And then we've got some camps coming up.
Yeah, youth camp dates are June 13th through the 16th in Hocking Hills. It's at Rustic Cedar Inn. If you want to come, it's really fun. It's a beautiful place. It's a big lodge is what it is.
Yes.
And so it's great.
I've been there before, and it is beautiful. So if you have any youth Grangers that want to come, I'm sure you're taking names and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We also used to have a charitable foundation, but we've made some changes with that.
Yes. When the camp was first bought, we actually had what was called the Grange Charitable Foundation, and after we sold the camp, we wanted to make an effort to remove the Grange from that charitable foundation. So we no longer support that. They may have a foundation of some kind, but the Grange name will be removed from that, because by law, a nonprofit cannot support a profitable camp with donations.
Okay, makes sense. So how are we doing with our membership overall?
Well, we're losing some members, but we really need to work on growing our membership. And there are some Granges that are doing really well. I think they just had Ag Day in Hocking County, and I'm sure they got some members from that. So we'll just have to wait and see how that went.
Yep. Ask your neighbors. We're always looking for more members. Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about the Deputies Association?
Well, I believe after I talked to our worthy National Master, I believe we're the only state with a Deputies Association. All states have some kind of deputy, but if you don't have a lot of Granges or you're a small state, then you probably wouldn't have a lot of deputies. And they gather to discuss problems that they're having as an association. The big question is, where will we continue as an association? We won't get rid of deputies, but do we need to gather like this and go over things? So that's something that they need to be talking about, and we'll talk about it at convention.
Okay. And then we've got a talent contest coming up.
Yeah. June 18th at the Ohio State Grange State Office. We have juniors and adults, and it starts at 1 o'clock.
Okay, so anybody that can tap, dance, sing, play?
Yes, and the deadline is June 1st.
Oh, so we need to get those entries in right away.
Yes.
What about our website? What's going on with that?
Well, it's getting updated. It was originally started in 2006, and it really needed an update, and that's what we're doing. It's taken longer than we thought because there's so much on it. And what will be nice about this, that each director will have a page for their material. And there's going to be different things too that we'd be able to click on there and hear the podcast, or you'd be able to click on there and buy a cookbook.
Yeah.
Things like that. So it should be really great.
We have plenty of things to sell.
We do.
Okay. What about in our last Grange magazine, there was something in there from the National Grange Master. You want to touch on that briefly?
Yeah. There was some incidents here where we had to remove a longtime Grange member, and it went through the National Grange, and there was a new ruling that came down. It is in the magazine, the last magazine that came out, and
the April-May one?
April-May, and it's something you really should read if you've had problems or something with a member. There are steps to remove that person now that are a little bit different than they used to be.
Well, then we had our junior co-directors do a presentation.
Oh yeah, they have. They gave a really great presentation of what they've done since the last convention, and what will be done before convention. They explained the National Grange requirement to complete safe gatherings, and that is so important. And suggested that subordinate or Pomona Grange pay it's only $35 to go through safe gatherings, and that is a vetting process. And the $35 is good for 2 years. And it protects the person who is working with children as well as our organization. So it's really not difficult. They have a little class that you take on the internet and ask questions, and it's great. We've done it. My husband and I both have done it. And a lot of people are thinking they don't need to do it because they've been through some other vetting process, but there's several of us who were substitute teachers, and we've even had been fingerprinted, and we still went ahead and did the safe gatherings. And safe gatherings is through the Methodist Church, so it's a real stable organization.
Well, I know I'm a bowler, and I know with bowling, if you're going to be around the youth, you have to take a safe sport type program also. So it's coming for, unfortunately, anybody that works with youth.
The other thing about junior camp is Camp Otterbein. It's in Hocking Hills, and we need more male chaperones for this junior camp. We don't have enough right now, and we need some more male. We also need suggestions for speakers and people who do presentations at camp. Last year we had a gentleman that brought his hawks and owls and some of those things. It was really great. So if you can think of anything like that, please let us know.
That's right. And you can always check things out on their Facebook page for Junior Grange, Ohio.
Right.
We also have another foundation, though, if you wish to give contributions to. I'm sure they will take your money. Can you tell a little bit about that foundation?
Well, at the meeting, past master Gary Brumbaugh spoke about the Patrons of Husbandry Foundation. And they try to give out scholarships every year, at least 2. And they've awarded 11 scholarships over the past few years. All their funds are from donations, and one of the members, or one of the people who have gotten the scholarships, is Ryan Patton, and he is a Granger down in Hocking County, and he will be interning at Land O'Lakes this summer. So the scholarships are really put to good use. He is at Ohio State, and he'll be finishing up his last year this year.
Well, good for him. So, you want to talk briefly about the convention? I know it's a little ways away.
Well, it'll be here before you know it. The convention is October 28th through the 30th. It's at the Marriott Hotel in Dublin. We will have a 6th degree at the convention, and a rose drill will be done by Knox County. The one thing, you can actually go ahead and reserve your room now at the hotel. That link is up there, so you can do that. And the one thing, we really want you to start getting your resolutions sent to us for this convention. If there's things you think needs changed, now's the time to do it, and this is a way to do it. So start getting them to us. It'll be here before you know it.
Right. And the deadline for those resolutions is September 1st.
It is.
And they need to be into the Ohio State Grange office.
Yes.
And you want to talk about the FAC directors?
Yeah, we had at the end, they will be collecting contest items at convention on Thursday, October 27th between 7 and 9, and as well as Friday morning. And you have to be aware that we don't do any work on Thursday, because Friday morning everything will be done virtually like last year, and we will open Friday morning and start our work then.
Yep. And we talked about this a little earlier, but I gave an update about these podcasts. We are having a good time doing these podcasts, but if there's anybody out there listening that wants us to talk about anything in particular, please let Sue or myself know, and we'd be more than happy to do a podcast on that.
Yeah, we would.
So, in doing that, you got a thought for the day?
I do. This is from the Second Degree series. Changes and transformations are constantly passing before us.
And this is Margaret Ann Rule, the Ohio State Grange Legislative Director.
And this is Sue Roy, President of the Ohio State Grange.
We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.